I wrote down all my torque specs right here. We're going to do the upper ball joint first. That torques to 70 foot-pounds. We're putting it down to 70 now using my digital snap-on. Okay, we're on 70. That is a 24 millimeter. I'm going to get my 24. Alright. And alright. Torque to 70. I had it almost all the way there already, but now the lower ball joint, you go to 35 foot-pounds first, then you torque it to 148, and pretty sure I got it at 35 already just by hand tightening it, because I did it as tight as I could with my hand. Now we're going to go to 148, and this one is a 30 millimeter, and not 30, a 28, I don't know if it's 30, but it is a 28 millimeter. And this one torques to 148 this time. The reason you torque it to 35 first is because you want to seat it in properly. But if you just do it by hand first, okay, we're going to do it one more time. And it went to 153.1, so about 5 over, something like that. So now that we got that, see how much tighter that is? So much better. Now we're going to go ahead and grease these up first before we go ahead and do anything. So I noticed on the other side it took about 11 pumps before, that's top and bottom, before it kind of filled it up. I greased the top and the bottom, and top took about 11, bottom took about 12 or 13, so it's a little bit more. And I just go on the bottom until you can start seeing it push on the boot a little bit. The top, I just kind of go by feel. I just go real easy, and then you do hear it kind of like push out a little bit, you're fine, it's not going to hurt anything. Now, what we're going to do, go ahead and put this axle back in. You'll hear it whenever it bottoms out, it changes tones like that. Here is the hub assembly I went with. The Precision, zoomed in too much. Part number 590467. That's what come off of it. And it looks pretty new, but with those bad ball joints, I would rather just go ahead and replace it. And I do not remember seeing the O-ring on that one. Oh, no, that's not O-ring. Thought it was an O-ring. I was like, hold on. The other one didn't have one. That's just zip tie holding on the wire assembly. Sorry, I didn't know it was zoomed in. I was looking at the box. But that is that right there. Let me get it out of the box, and then we can start putting it on all that right there. Much better. Just going to thread them in a little bit, just so that I can Make sure it's lined up correctly. Sometimes you may have to do this so it pulls it in for you. So let me run and go put some blue Loctite on these, and then we will finish putting everything back together. I'm not going to bore y'all with putting all these in and all that stuff, but I'm going to come back and show you whenever I do the final torque on this, on the axle, and put in the tie rod end piece, and then the brake caliper and rotor and all that stuff, and I'll show you where this right here is too. So now I got all the bolts in on that. We're going to torque it down, and the hub assembly torques to 149, which is pretty good considering that the ball joint torqued to 148. So that worked out great. Okay. Stand up for this one. Okay, there's one. I can get my there's two. Turn it that way. On. Piece right here, but on here. Still stabilizers, making it hard. Oh God. Hit my knee on the lug nuts, studs. That hurts. I'll get to see real life stuff on this channel. None of that ultra edited stuff, I guess. Why does everything seem tight? If you ever want a diesel, consider all this. They ain't gonna do it. You gotta be kidding me. Use a 10mm to hold the thing. I think I'm showing you okay. I don't know why the video's so dark all of a sudden. Okay. Get that on. This torques to 55. This doesn't take much. Check her one more time. Yep. Go ahead and just throw this nut on for right now. Up in here on the inner fender, this is the connector for your wheel speed sensor. It's right here. You're going to have a little red safety tab. That one's going to be tight. Most of the time they are tight on these Dodges and Mopars and Jeeps and stuff like that. The Dodge owns, they are really tight. But the safety tabs are always red on the Chrysler products. So take that, push the tab up, push in, you can pull it out, and then you got a safety tab right there. I ain't gonna pull that because I'm gonna end up breaking it. Then I'm gonna give myself a ABS code. But let me change this out and cut that so I can feed it back up through there. Once I connect it, get everything put back together, I will bring y'all, show y'all what the torque specs are on the calipers. Now we're going to torque the axle, not the axle, no, the caliper bracket adapter 275. There we go. All we have left to do is torque this axle nut, and you can do it one of two ways. You can put a pry bar in here and put it up against the ground and torque it down. We will try that. This torques to torque it to 132 first, then spin it 5 to 10 times, and then you're going to torque it down to 263. Now let me get my pry bar. I'm going to put a couple lug nuts on here to hold it. Put my lug nuts on here to hold this, and then we're going to torque it down. First we're going to go to 136. I don't have it ran all the way down yet. At about 138 right now. And now we're going to go to 263. Now I do have to move it just a little bit more just to get the holder line up. There we go. I know I didn't spin it, but I don't see I don't see the big point in doing that. I understand sorry, I know it's loud. I understand the initial torque just for the fact that you're seating the axle into place, and then the final torque is just finally torquing it to the final spec. The rotating thing, I understand they say, it can cause movement and stuff, but at this point, I mean, as tight as that is, it's really not going to go nowhere. Plus we're going to put a cotter pin in here, but I'll put the cotter pin off video. This is pretty much putting these ball joints in. It's the same as any other ball joints, it's just these are Kryptonites, and putting a wheel bearing on one of these. This may be a 2-part video, I don't know, depends on how long it is. But if y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comment section below. If you know the better way of doing this, let me know, because that will help out a lot, not just me, but everybody else. And yeah, hit me up on Instagram if y'all need anything. I can send wiring diagrams, work instructions, stuff like that, and plus you can send me your email so I can email that type of stuff to you. But until next time, torque this tight. Y'all have a great day.